Hey guys, it's Mikey, and so me and Elliot were going through the stapled eye video last night, and yeah, my camera placement was off. I have to have my mirror plugged in on the left side of the desk and my camera on the right side of the desk, so in order to get the two to meet, they come together right in front of my screen, so I can't always see what's on the screen. So I'm going to do it today with a little bit better camera placement so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. First thing I'm doing is I'm just taking a white eye pencil brush. And, you know, Elliot was looking at it with me last night, and he felt that the white needed to come down a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And focusing a little bit more down here in the middle, because obviously if your eyes were pulled down and stapled, that's where it would be. Pulled down a little bit more. Alright, so the other thing is that you don't want this to be white because it's not going to match your eye. So, what I'm doing is I'm going to take this brush here, I'm going to go into the Coastal Scents 88 palettes, and I'm going to be using, we're going to go with this color right here. And so I'm just going to swirl into that, and then kind of dust and tap that right into that color. Obviously your eyes are like an off-white a little bit, so that blends out a little bit better. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my red, and you know, the nice thing about the staple, and if you guys didn't watch the other video, it's really easy to do. Basically you take these normal staples, get a wire cutter and cut the ends off, and then glue the staples onto a piece of cardboard, piece of plastic, something like that, so they can look more sunken in on your face. So once you've made it though, you can reuse it as many times as you like. So next thing I'm doing is my favorite brush, the flat, and I'm going to start drawing the kind of bloody portion of it. And just figure out where that staple is, where I'm wanting it to go. So I think I'm going to take it to right there. Then just do an underline right underneath it. Okay, so get that in like so, and then I'm going to go through with basically just a cheapy red cream paint, and I'm going to fill in all underneath that white. Making sure you guys can see me again. Or see me this time, I should say. Alright, so once you've got that on the way you like it, you're going to need to let it dry, especially with these cream paints. So, alright, so, you know, give that a minute to dry, and, while we're doing that, I'm just going to kind of show you what the next step is, kind of ahead of time. Basically, I'm using Cryolon, and this is, professional eyebrow wax. This is what drag queens actually use to cover their eyebrows, but I'm, since I don't have any type of prosthetics or anything here, this is what I'm going to be using. But, there you go. All the plastic off. So basically what you do is you just take a little piece of it off like so, rub it in between your fingers, so you get it like so, and then I'm going to kind of try to flatten it out a little bit. And then, yeah, once it's dry, I'm going to put a bunch of spirit gum on the back of it, and then I'm going to adhere it kind of along the edges so it'll look like the skin's ripped down. So we'll come back in just a minute once my red is dry and we're ready to do that step. Okay guys, so I'm back, and basically what I did is I went ahead and went through and kind of put like a little bit of veins into the white, and then I took some purple and just kind of went along the edges here and along the edges here and a little bit in the middle, and then just to kind of make it look like bruising, and then you just take a little bit of that red, you know, if you get too much in there, just go back into that red cream and tap it right back on top. And just kind of trying to make it look like you got some bruising in there. Okay, so next thing to do, clean your brush, and then I'm going to go into a nude tone pretty similar to my skin, which is going to be this bottom one down here, right there. Basically, I'm just going to go on the outside of this now. There's some Studio Fix on there. Again, Studio Fix is your best friend. And actually, I think I'm going to go into a darker brown. There we go. So just kind of go a little bit to the outside. And again, guys, this is just a tutorial that Josh did, Pertirule. He is a master of makeup. Alright, so once you kind of got that in there like so, the next thing to do is to go into a lighter color, and right in between those two, put that lighter color. And this is just kind of shading it out. And then I'm going to take that darker brown and kind of pull it out like so. So go ahead and get that step done, and then we'll be back. Sorry, trying to keep this under 15 minutes. Okay guys, so we're back, and as you can see, basically what I did is I just continued going through with that darker brown and, you know, pulling it out like so, just to kind of give, you know, bruised, dead kind of effect. And then take a lighter color and just kind of go right in between the dark, and this is going to create those shadows and highlights that you want. Now, if you wanted to, you know, you pretty much could leave it straight here and put your staple on, and you know, there you have it. Just do touch-ups from there. However, I'm going to go ahead and go through, and I'm going to try the eyebrow wax again and see if I can't get it to work to my liking. So, going into my spirit gum, and just basically applying it to this eyebrow wax. Get a good amount on there. And then give this a few seconds, probably like a good 30 seconds to kind of dry and start getting tacky. And then decide exactly where you want it. And then go ahead and push that down and start getting that edge down. Oh, there you go. And I just use the end of a brush because it's a little bit easier for me. And then the next thing to do is, obviously you want to let that spirit gum dry a fairly good amount. Or fairly well, I should say. Actually, yeah, I knew that one was going to come off, so I'm just going to get a little more spirit gum on it. Usually I try to use the end of a brush because it sticks to your skin really, really easy. Alright, so once you got that on there, the next thing to do is just kind of go through and start coloring that. So, yeah, that's my next step. Go ahead and do that. Hopefully we're under 15 still. Okay, guys, so I got the first one on, and I got the wet paint on there, and while I've got that wet paint on there, I'm going to go into the red, and I'm just going to start tapping it in. I could probably use a bigger brush for this. I'll go into this one here. Just make sure you're getting a lot of good color onto that brush. And then you start tapping it in. Keep working on it until you get it the colors that you like, that you're comfortable with. So like so, and then my intention here is to pull that out a little bit. Like so. So you've kind of got the eyeball socket-ish, you know, ripped out and hanging out. So go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll be right back to apply the staple. I think we're right about. Okay, guys. So real quick, I just went ahead and redid the brown, and now I'm going back through and redoing those highlights in there, just to kind of make sure everything's touched up and finalized, like so. And you can see the skin is peeled out. Now I'm going to do one more thing, and then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so here it is, pretty much finished. I put the contact in without rinsing it again. I keep forgetting that I had it in a strong cleaning solution, so it kind of bled, and I needed to do some touch-up. But, yeah, I thought the white contact would look good, so have fun with it, and hopefully this one was better. Bye.